Weeping lasted all night. I know that joy comes in the morning light. So I march on to a new song, 'cause I've been marching to that old one way too long. And I gotta move on and take new steps every day, 'cause I know there is got to be another way. And I'm brighter day, so I march on.
Hello, and welcome to Pure Live. It is Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I know it's been a minute. We had to take a little break for the holidays, and I have my daughter with me today. This is going to be very interesting. I know you guys have missed her because you asked for her back after last time she came, and she's even more alive than she was before. But you know how we do this? We do our sponsors first, and then we get into the nitty-gritty. So here we go. Okay. I'm about to explain. Okay. So they used to be boss, and Yasmin Brown is, one of the heads of. I'm trying to get them both on the show, so pray that they come. But Yasmin has been on at least twice on the show.
Who's Yasmin?
Brown. I just said that.
No, my necklace.
This is going to be a very interesting show. My daughter has no filter. All right. So moving forward, just like I always tell you guys, Dreamers is a great organization. They help me get this show going. They are very supportive. They have courses and classes that will help you get focused on what it is that you want to accomplish, help you to discover what you want to accomplish, focus in on your dreams and aspirations. So, you need to hit them up. Next, we got Modus Cosmetics. Let's go. Yes, honey. Oh, told y'all she has no filter. Anyway, I am wearing Modus Cosmetics today, as I do every week, the eyeshadow. And of course, we cannot forget. Let me see. Mhm. We cannot forget Abella Eyewear. She's wearing a pair of blue blockers right now. And here we go. We got some shades and the blue blockers if you want to rock it. Oh, I don't know what is happening. This is going to be fun. All right. And if you want to get a hold of these glasses, or if you want Motives Cosmetics, you can go to my website, asiajamal.com or asiajamal.net. You will see the links at the top. For Bella Eyewear, you will get 30% off. Motives Cosmetics, you get a discount as well. You're welcome. Now we're going to get into the topic. So, my daughter here is Faith Walker. Welcome.
All my information.
It's already out there. So, don't you see the title of the show? Okay, and she is very comedic, so we are going to have a good old time tonight. And we're going to start off with a video so you can understand what we're talking about. So the name of the show tonight is Gen Z. And this young lady is a part of the Gen Z culture. So that is why I had her on the show. But we're going to start off with a video. We're going to start with this, and we're going to have a reaction to it. Let's go.
Hi, Mr. Kirk, sir. My name is Ken Trinier. As a first-generation Chinese American, would me challenging critical race theories against my professor count as communication? Because my parents came here as immigrants, they never victimized themselves, and yes, they make six figures over the years because that's the American dream, baby!
So let me ask you, do you go to school locally here?
Yes, sir. I'm a college student at UNM.
And they're teaching critical race theory and all that?
Sadly, yeah.
And so it's just basically white supremacy is the law of the land and all that. So I'm curious, technically you're a minority in this country and they tell you you're oppressed. How do you, and you tell them actually, no, I'm not.
Yes, sir. And all the white liberal chicks and guys get all mad at me.
I can't do any better than that. And I'm so glad you're in America, man. We need more people like you. God bless you.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
What do you think is the biggest issue facing America?
Honestly, dads leaving their kids. I feel like childhood trauma is really making people want to do bad things, I feel like.
I think everybody just hates each other for no reason.
I just think there's like a lack of just general respect for people. Like I think people just forgot how to respect other people.
I would say like not loving each other. We don't love each other enough.
Probably liberals.
And then in society, what do you think is better, socialism or capitalism?
Capitalism.
Love it.
Capitalism.
In America, socialism or capitalism?
Capitalism all the way. Nothing else. Capitalism, baby. Let's go.
Why particularly are you conservative?
Why am I conservative? So I believe in the Constitution. I believe in our founding fathers that gave us these rights, and we are a free country. And so with that, I follow the Constitution. I would consider myself a constitutional conservative.
Okay.
And with that, we have the right freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of everything under these amendments in our Constitution. So I'm a conservative because I want to protect those individual liberties that we do have in America. I was raised knowing that I want to work hard for everything that I earn and that I have. And I don't think it's up to the government to give that to me. I can work hard and get that by myself. I want to raise a family. I'm pro-family. I actually grew up in the Bay Area, raised a conservative. So there you go.
But I'm just saying, I've been researching Black Lives Matter, and I've been understanding the politics and how they're funded by white liberals. And recently, I've been feeling like they're white liberals in blackface.
That's
I
correct.
realize white liberals don't really care about me, bro.
That's correct.
I'm off the plantation, bro. I'm off the plantation, bro. I escaped the plantation, bro. I'm empowered. They don't want me to have power. They want to keep me dependent. But I'm realizing this. They put white liberal ideas, LGBT, women, non-binary, white feminism, all that Hillary Clinton stuff, put it in blackface. Because if we say it, it's going to be too crazy. So then Black Lives Matter, it started by 3 lesbian women. It's not really supporting black families.
What is your favorite thing about America?
My favorite thing about America is my freedoms. I love Christ, my Lord and Savior. I get to worship Him, and I don't have to be fearful of that. So.
Yes, sir. I love my Constitution, man.
I love my free speech, my freedom of religion, the fact that everybody has an equal opportunity.
Probably the right to own arms.
Our freedom to free speech. We're allowed to say whatever we want here. You can't do that anywhere else in the world.
Why do you love America so much?
Freedom.
And what would your message be to everyone who...
Stop it there. I don't know who she was, but she wasn't no Gen Z. Hello. She looked older than me. Hello. So, and watching what you just saw, ma'am, what is your reaction? So first, before you react to the video, I want to know, I'm going to ask you the same question. What do you like the most about being a U.S. citizen?
Freedom of speech and freedom of hands.
You want to elaborate on the freedom of hands?
Freedom of hands.
What does that mean?
My hands are E for everyone. In America.
Her hands are E for everyone. Okay, and that seems to be the common denominator as far as the freedom of speech goes, and we'll address that. But what is your reaction to the video that you just saw?
That black boy, he's ignorant.
It's not ignorant, but ignorant.
Ignorant.
And why do you say that?
The three lesbian part was very unusual.
Okay. Got you. And what else?
He seemed very ignorant. He needs some Jesus.
He needs a little more Jesus.
A lot more.
And then what else did you feel about the video?
I don't know, it was boring. I mean, it's just a bunch of white people saying how they love America. Of course you love America. They're white.
Oh. And why do you say it like that? Why do you feel like white means you love America?
They have more privilege.
Explain.
Because the skin color.
Because the skin color.
Because they are not.
Uh-huh. And that means they have more privilege.
Yes.
Have you seen any examples of this?
Examples of what?
Of the white privilege. Okay, so first of all, I want to explain. This young lady is, I would say, the baby of the Gen Z generation. And it's just interesting to find out how Gen Z is, I guess, paying attention to what's going on in today. And what I've noticed is that, even though they have the freedom of speech and they love the freedom of speech, do they all actually know what they're talking about? And this is why I'm asking this young lady right here, who is in junior high, what it is. I didn't say your age. I said you're in junior high. What it is that you feel is actually going on today. So, in your own words, how would you describe your generation? What would you say Gen Z is? Don't make too hard.
Goofy, crazy, ignorant kids.
Goofy, crazy, ignorant kids. Okay. How do you feel about the fact that that your generation stands so wide that there are some of them that are in the workforce right now? Does it make you concerned if you think they're goofy, ignorant kids? Or do you think that they will actually improve society in some way?
They might improve something.
Like what?
I don't know, something.
Something. So let me ask you, because I'm a millennial, just so you know. Gen Z is right under me as far as the generations go. I am not the generations. I am not Gen X. I am a millennial.
We get it, you're not old.
So with that being said, what would you say the differences are that you've observed between millennials and Gen Z?
What?
The differences between millennials and Gen Z.
Millennials are.
And I did not prep her for these questions because I wanted a real time, reaction.
Millennials are older. millennials are older and more mature.
Okay.
Gen Zs are more crazy and goofy.
Okay.
And younger.
This is factual, factual. We know this. But so what I'm wondering is, okay, so you know Gen Z adults. I believe so. Christian is a Gen Z that is borderline adult, and your older brother is a Gen Z adult. So with their approach in life versus the millennials in life, what would you say? What would you say the differences are, ma'am?
The difference between what?
The millennials and the Gen Zs and how they are approaching life, the adults.
I don't know how they approach that.
You're watching them. You have two brothers.
They're approaching life as older people.
Do you think that they're dealing with it differently than the millennials?
Yeah.
So, what we're going to get into that I want to ask about is the things that you're dealing with now. Because I'm going to compare your situation in your childhood versus mine growing up. And we're going to deal with this because I want to know what you guys think as well. I want you to join the conversation because I found that it's really interesting how schools operate now, how people operate now versus how they did during my time. Yes, thank you for that, Steve. We're gonna ignore that though, and she knows why. Okay, but but yes, that's the situation.
See, it says 1995 to 2012. I am a Gen Z.
No, if you okay.
If I what?
Nothing. Okay, we're gonna remember. Anyway, yes, that's what it says. So I am a millennial. And we're gonna dig further into the topic because it's interesting how things have changed. We have another video that we're gonna play. We're gonna play it now, and then I want you guys to be a part of the conversation. Here we go.
What is Generation Z?
Generation Z is very diverse and different from other generations.
Gen Z is the kids of today. We're passionate about social justice and we leverage our identities to create a world that's better for everyone.
Generation Z was born 1997 or after. Its members are in their teens and early 20s, and they're the most racially and ethnically diverse American generation yet.
They're also on track to be the most educated generation. And to give you a sense of their place in time, most of the people in Gen Z have never known life without a smartphone.
Gen Z is really the identification for people who grew up purely in this new era of communication and technology.
Gen Z is the activist generation. We stand up for what we believe in, whether that is that Baby Yoda is the cutest thing of all time or that climate change is bad.
We have the internet, we have each other, and we have the bonds that we've been able to create to truly form coalitions and actually make change.
In a brand new podcast from the San Diego Union Tribune, we'll get to know this new generation that's literally changing the face of America. And you'll hear directly from them about what they are and aren't.
People should know that Gen Z is not just about being bound to our phones, it's also being bound to an increasingly populated network of knowledge.
So I think that Gen Z is really hyper-focused on the bigger issues in society as opposed to just what's happening in my community. And for that reason, I think that we're more likely to see change on a global level or even just a larger level, like a national level, than we were likely to in previous generations.
Join us as we introduce you to this generation just as it's entering the workforce and coming into power. Just as some of its members are voting for the first time. Just as the coronavirus pandemic has upended everyone's life and reshapes Gen Z and its future.
So say hello to Gen Z, coming soon to your favorite podcast app.
All right. So, like I said, I want you guys to join the conversation. So, one of the things that I noticed that is actually very challenging for us millennial parents is what they were talking about in regards to the access of knowledge. But, in dealing with millennials that have minors, they are exposed to more things, regardless of what limitations you may put on their social media. It is now it's a requirement for the youth to have, electronics. They have to have a phone, or they have to have an iPod, iPad, a tablet, a laptop. iPad, I said. And I said, or iPad. And the laptop. They have to have all these different things in order to actually finish their assignments for school. So it's like there's nothing you can do to like cut them off from certain things or monitor, that gradual growth in knowledge. So that being said, I know that you've come to me with some very.
It's Steve. I just realized that.
I just realized that you have come to me with some very interesting topics that I didn't necessarily want to talk about. But how do you feel about the exposure that you have to all of this, I'll say, information with TikTok, YouTube, and what have you?
It was great.
It was great.
I love being able to wake up at 12 a.m., open Twitter, and watch life.
Oh my gosh. But has it been a little challenging or disturbing that you have been exposed to things that you didn't necessarily want to see?
Nope, not at all.
Oh yeah? That's not what you told me.
Even though I saw somebody keep themselves in the head, but that's it.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Not that, not really.
Just disturbing. And to hear that means that they are pretty desensitized. You don't think you're desensitized?
What's that mean?
Meaning you're no longer sensitive to these things.
Not really. Not something like that before.
And so wouldn't you say that makes you less sensitive?
I guess.
Yeah. Now, if you were placed in a position where you could choose whether or not a child is brought up in this current time, would you feel comfortable bringing another child in this world at this time?
No.
Why?
I don't like children.
Outside of that, I'm just speaking of, I'm not saying you raise a child. I'm saying.
Okay, who raises a child? I don't want the mom to.
Because
they're children.
I got a whole comedian over here. Hey, your brother's on. What's up?
My brother.
Yeah.
Who's Carl?
That's Junior. Okay, so, hey son. And I actually no, don't ask him about that. Junior, I would like you to chime in as well, because I'm trying to understand, why we have like this big gap with regards to millennials and Gen Z, and it seems like the Gen Z generation is a little desensitized. Let me see. Gen Z is, I'm trying to see, because he put the age out there. I don't know if Junior falls in the Gen Z or not, but I'm trying to understand, like why you guys are so comfortable with being desensitized. Maybe it's because this is just all you know. So with school, let's go with the school environment. Do you feel that your generation is catered to properly as far as understanding where you guys are coming from and dealing with you where you're at in school?
What?
Do you feel that your generation is catered to, meaning they are paying attention to you and what your needs are as a generation at school?
What?
So your teachers, all the staff that's at school, do you think that they're paying attention to you, or do you think that they're kind of stuck in their ways because they're not in your generation?
They're stuck in their ways.
And how do you feel that negatively affects you guys?
I don't know, they're ignorant. No.
Okay. And how does their ignorance negatively affect you?
It irritates me. It makes me want to punch my teachers in the back of their head.
Oh no! Thank God you haven't. And
thank God I haven't.
Yes, amen. So with that being said, do you think that kind of encourages the irritability with you guys being irritable and fighting more in school?
Oh no, it's 100% the case. Or else we'd be fighting teachers.
Also, none of you are fighting teachers? I know you're not. I'm speaking of the other students. So what do you think is stirring that up? What's causing all of these fights?
Um, uh, 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 ignorant kids.
Ignorant kids. So this is what I have noticed, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. It appears that so clicks is old, right? I don't know who this is, and my monitor is not here. Like, ain't nobody trying to listen to me. Okay. I blocked. Anyway, so what are you
Why is the
doing?
lighting so yellow?
I don't know. So what I've noticed is that a lot of people, like I said, we've always had cliques. We've always had, you know, this group over here sticks to that group. This group over here sticks to that group. But now, with the added stuff to it, is the social media. So you guys attack each other. You guys attack each other via social media. You guys use Snapchat, Instagram, not so much Facebook, I've noticed. And you guys come at each other, and it's caused even more harder. Do you think there would be less tension if you guys didn't have that available?
Definitely. Where should I be sleep?
There's no other sleep.
Why?
Because this is how it was created. Oh my God, stay focused. So my daughter, just so you know, she is an actress, comedic actress, and this is how she is naturally. She does not turn this off. There's no off switch. This is how she is 100% of the time. Moving forward. So
What's under your eye?
eyeliner. Now pay attention. So what I'm asking to you is, if you didn't have social media, you're saying that it wouldn't be as much tension. So then why engage in it at all?
Like, if somebody says something to me,
Right.
I'm not about to let somebody talk about me. Say something to me, I'm gonna say something back.
But if it results into the fighting and everything, is it
Oh,
worth
then we're
it?
gonna fight.
But is it worth it though?
100%.
I disagree. I don't feel like that makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me.
So here's something I noticed, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like the more we've gotten into social media, the more we've seen, the fight. So first, before like now, we had the whole world star situation, right? Constantly posting videos, people fighting.
Oh, World Stars
and
good. They
beating.
got the good fights on there.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. And and so it's like gradually getting more and more to the point where younger and younger and younger children are like dragging each other, pulling each other by the hair, beating each other up. And then, so we have that extreme with the Gen Z, and then we also have the extreme other people that feel like I showed in the video, that feel like they're politically conscious, and they're like, you guys are messing up the planet, you're messing up the country, and we know better, and you should do better, and that kind of situation. Yes, I am making fun of them because I can. But that's kind of like we have both of those extremes in this generation. So what I am, what I'm wondering is, is it because of the all of everything just being exposed to YouTube and all kinds of other stuff, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, what have you, that has created these two extremes? What do you guys think? What is your position on the situation? Why we have these extremes in the current, well, I can't say the current generation because we have Generation Alpha now, the babies, like your nieces. But in the Gen Z era, what do you think is causing these extremes? Do you feel like you get along with the older Gen Zs?
Yes, yeah.
Do you think they think like you?
Maybe.
Do you feel like you guys are on the same wavelength?
Sort of.
Sort of. So what do you think is different between the thought process between you
I don't know.
and I didn't even say that. Between you and like, for instance, your older brother, like Christian,
I don't care about that.
or girl, stop it. I'm gonna throw you off the show. What do you think the difference is in your thought processes, and do you think it's due to the different periods in your generation that you grew up?
Well, I'm like, Christian is a very good example because he doesn't act like a kid.
Okay. What do you feel he acts like?
Ignorant teenager.
What? You just described all of Gen Z as ignorant, so how does he not act like a Gen Z?
He acts like an alien.
An alien? Do you think he acts like he's more from the generation that I am from, or do you think he's just kind of in the middle somewhere?
Not even in the middle.
Oh.
Big boomer.
So he acts like he's older than me.
100%. He doesn't even act like that. He acts like he was made in the 1700s.
1700s? Why did you skip so many centuries?
Because he's an ignorant teenager.
I am confused.
I still love him though.
I don't understand. So he acts like he's older than all of us, including your grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know how that was a good example. Okay, so here's my observation. Oh, first of all, I want to say this. I want you guys to let me know, because this is the first show that we had coming back in the new year. I want you guys to let me know what topics you want us to address in the new year. We have some amazing guests coming up because this is what we do, right? We keep amazing guests. But I want you guys to let me know what you think we should address, what we haven't addressed before. You could always email me, asia@asiajamal.com. And here's all my social media. Like, hit me up, fam. I'm
That's
everywhere.
how they do it. I know why.
How we do it. You know all my secrets. Well, be quiet, child. Oh. Okay, so let's see. What is he saying? Oh, wow. I find that the algorithm may be helping creative streams because it delivers more and more of what you watch. That is true. That is true. So even and it's like, even if like you pick certain topics, you may not have thought to look at certain things, certain aspects, but they're coming at you because it's kind of along those lines, and it kind of just feeds into that whole mindset. So I feel like you're absolutely right. What's crazy that I've been paying attention to is if I talk to somebody about it, I'm not even searching, right? I'm not even on my phone. I'm not on my phone. If I talk to somebody about something, and then I go on to YouTube or Google, somehow the topic is there waiting for me, or on Facebook. Someone's listening is all I'm saying. Hello. Someone is listening. So I completely agree with you. There is something definitely feeding into it, the algorithm, or maybe deeper than an algorithm. I don't know how they have positioned the technology to be able to feed off of what it is that we're saying. Sometimes it seems like they're reading our minds. Am I crazy? But I know they're not. She's totally sitting next to me eating ice cream. This girl is hilarious. She's pretty. Okay, so what I want to do right now, we're going to take a quick break. But before we take our little quick break, I want you guys to do this.
Don't worry, you don't have to.
Subscribe. Listen to this child. She needs her own show. But we're going to take this quick break, and we'll get back to the topic. after this.
Hi, I'm Asia Jamal Rogers, and I'm a singer, songwriter, choreographer, voice actor, and I'm the creator and talk show host of P.U.R.E Live. P.U.R.E is an acronym for Perfectly Undefined Raw Elegance, so naturally we want our content to be pure, raw, and elegant. It airs live every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. And if you'd like to see all of the episodes, you can reach it at asiajamal.com, ASIAJAMAL.com. Or if you'd like to be on the show, you can reach me at asia@asiajamal.com. Hope to see you soon.
Hope to see you soon. So we have a few generations in my family, and I mean in my household. So we got a Gen X, we have millennials, and we have Gen Z. So it's interesting to see how all of us operate, how all of our mindsets differ. And I am actually like really concerned about girl, you don't sit down. Messing with the technology. I'm concerned about how people are coming up now. And I'm definitely more, what's the word? I don't want to say political, but more of an activist than I was as a child or as a teenager. But I've always wanted to help make things better. And Faith says she wants to make a difference, but I feel like,
A difference in what?
I don't know, you're the one that said I would like to make a difference.
I would like to make a difference in the color of the sushi.
Oh,
They should not be discriminated based on their skills.
Healthy. So, I feel like, all of us have our place, our position, and what it is that we can do. One of the things that I noticed now is it seems like everybody is more sensitive. So, it's like they're more sensitive, but then desensitized at the same time. If you understand what I'm saying? Will you stop twisting my hair, child? Definitely not on the show. Goodness. Sorry. Now, meaning this, if you say certain things and you don't say it correctly, then, we got the whole cancel culture situation. What are you doing? Are you rapping? Is there something you want to say? I'm gonna kick her out, y'all. So what I'm wondering is it helpful? Like I'm seeing all of these things that like making sure everybody gets some kind of award, participation trophies and trying to make everybody feel comfortable. Is it helping? Because in real life, when they get jobs and when they start getting out there on their own, how are they gonna handle the real life slap them in the face?
Who's slapping who?
Life slap you in the face.
Why?
Because it's hard.
What
It's
I
challenging. You don't have to do anything in particular. Life is just rough.
Well,
like what is it that you think you're gonna do when you get older?
Live, breathe.
Yes, but professionally, how are you gonna make money?
I want to be an actress.
And how easy do you think that would be?
Very easy because I'm cute.
You are cute, but are you aware of all of the competition that you have?
Yes, white people.
It's not just white people. It's other cute little black girls too.
Cute little white girls.
So with all the different types of competition out there, how do you prepare yourself for that?
I have to tell myself every morning, I'm black and I'm proud.
Say it loud. But that's not all of it, Faith. We know that your competition is not just
I'm black and I'm
it's not just from other races. You have competition in your own race. So how do you prepare yourself for that? Girl, I'm asking you a question. Don't think we bust down over half. How do you prepare yourself for that? Do you think does it make you a little nervous that you have to deal with possible rejection?
Yes.
And how do you feel like you're preparing yourself for that?
I'm not.
Oh. Do you think you can prepare yourself for that?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Do you think society is preparing people for that right now?
Who is society?
People that are handling things right now.
Oh, I don't care about them.
The people you deal with, do you feel like you're being prepared to handle things like that?
Yes.
How?
Because my white teacher, very white.
My
My white teacher didn't choose me to be the line leader. That just proves racism. She chose a white girl.
I can't get a serious word out of this girl. She is not prejudiced at all. She has white best friends. This is how she is being comedic.
Who was comedic?
You're comedic.
Who was you?
You.
I don't know.
Face. Okay. This child. But I'm curious as to, what do you guys think about it? Do you feel like we're doing a disservice to the youth right now and trying to make them feel like everything is okay, hunky-dory, when things are not? Do you think that we need to be a little tougher on our Gen Z generation?
No.
Why not?
Because you don't need to be tough at all.
Why?
Because.
How are you going to prepare yourself for rejection? Or when things get tough?
Cry.
That's not preparing for it. That's just saying how you're going to react to it. So that means you're not really prepared, right? You're not prepared to be okay with it.
I am okay with it.
You're okay with the rejection?
I'll just cry.
That's not okay. If you're okay with it, you would be crying, right?
I'm fine with rejection.
It'll be fun.
And I'm fine with crying.
Okay.
You guys should totally cash at me $35. Why should you? Because you should.
Y'all asked for her to come back. I just want y'all to know.
I'll be at your house at 5 a.m. with a body bag. Cash at me.
No. So anyway, I want you guys to think on this because I want to actually further the discussion. So we have groups. We have a group on Facebook. We have things that are open forums for you guys to participate in the conversation. And I want to hear your thoughts on all of this because maybe we can start making some changes about how we're handling taking care of our upcoming generations and making sure that they're prepared. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, I'm asking my listeners. So let me know. Like I said, I'm at asiajamal.com, or you can hit me up on my social media, and that is this right here. Go ahead, take the time, write it all down, and pay attention. And if you go to my website, asiajamal.com or asiajamal.net, and sign up for the newsletter, then you'll be able to get more information that you won't see, on regular social media. So we're gonna shut it down now, and we'll come back next week. We have some very incredible guests that are coming up soon, and we're gonna deal with some very interesting topics this year. So stay tuned and hit us up. Let us know how you feel. Till next time, remember to embrace God's perfect design, which is you.
Bye!
And we'll be back. Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Weeping lasted all night. I know that joy comes in the morning light. So I march on to a new song, 'cause I've been marching to that old one way too long. And I gotta move on and take new steps every day. I know there has got to be another way.